Toma's still there. Pietrobon, they're closing on him, but they're stalling. Paleni can't do anymore. Valgren sprints. Pietrobon. Valgren trying to go after the Italian. It's going to be close. Pietrobon is tying up. Here comes Toma. Valgren and Toma come to the fore, and Benjamin Toma wins stage 5, and it could hardly have been closer.
Stage 6 of the Giro d'Italia was the much-anticipated 180 kilometres from Torre del Lago Puccini in Viareggio to a much-anticipated finish in Rapolano Terme in Tuscany, featuring 3 gravel sectors, 2 of which regularly feature in Strade Bianche. A long, flat run-in with a tailwind meant that the opening 70, 80, 90 kilometres of the race were always going to be aggressive as a big group tried to get free. Simon Clark from Israel Premier Tech repeatedly tried to place himself in a breakaway, but with so many different teams trying to get in a move, it was chaotic, fast racing. Julian Alaphilippe, Attila Valter, a number of riders repeatedly attacking, and they made their way to the first climb of the day, the Volterra climb, and it was there that a group finally, featuring Julian Alaphilippe once again, got free. Filippo Fiorelli going over the climb in first place, a brilliant bit of climbing from the rider from VF Group Bardiani. Luke Plapp, the Australian national champion, following the move of his great friend Caden Groves, the Australian sprinter, then eventually prized away a 7-rider group when Andrea Vendrame got across, and that was the first time that the race took stable shape. But eventually it started to split up as they headed towards the first bonus sprint at Cozzole d'Elsa, with Caden Groves taking the points from Filippo Fiorelli and closing his disadvantage to Jonathan Milan in the Maglia Ciclamino. Then they hit the first of the gravel sectors, and the group of 7 riders were still back together again, as behind them in the peloton, Ineos Grenadiers started to race hard to position Geraint Thomas on the gravel sectors. Luke Plapp then attacked on the second gravel sector, up and over the last categorised climb of the day, which was also the end of the second gravel sector, to Grotti. Those 3 riders were still together. Through the Inter-Giro sprint, inseparable, and onto the final gravel sector. That led to the final bonus sprint. It was far from certain whether these 3 riders would still stay out, as the peloton were racing hard behind and controlling. A slight scare for Sanchez, and Alaphilippe on his wheel allowed Luke Plapp to build up a slight lead, which they had to peg back, and duly did. And the race were heading to the final punchy climb of Serre di Rapolano. Julian Alaphilippe tried to get clear with 4 kilometres remaining, but Sanchez was tracking him all the way, and so too was Luke Plapp.
Stage number 6, this famous Tuscan stage that has produced drama from the flag drop in Viareggio, and here we come. Plapp passed and beaten. Sanchez now trying to get alongside Julian Alaphilippe. Sanchez pushing for the line. It's going to be Sanchez and Alaphilippe, and Sanchez gets there. He can't believe it. What a victory from the man from Movistar.
The winner of stage 6 ahead of Julian Alaphilippe. No big changes in the top 10 in the general classification for Tadej Pogacar, heading into the time trial, but a slightly diminished lead in the Maglia Ciclamino for Jonathan Milan. As Tadej Pogacar continued in the King of the Mountains lead from Lilian Kamjan, Jan Uterbrooks continues in the white jersey competition.